I'm going to combine two great exercises that are both considered to be push exercises. Push exercises are where I'm pushing away from my body, either horizontally or vertically. They make a lot of sense to do. If you can imagine, you ever been in Toronto or in a major city on a street where there's a lot of wind and you've tried to go out of a door of an office building or a department store and you're having trouble pushing the door because of the pressure difference, something called Bernoulli's principles at work. It's hard to get the door open. It's good to have push power, okay? And it's good to have push power when you're not laying on your back doing just a bench press, but you're used to bracing yourself against something with your feet on the ground. And that's what the TRX suspension trainer, which we're going to use today, is actually going to help you train, okay? Vertical push motions are very simple. You pick things up, you put them on a shelf, right? Okay, so if you've got heavy stuff, you really want to train the shoulder muscles so that you can get that stuff up there on a shelf. Now, we're going to combine two push exercises. One's a compound exercise, meaning that more than one joint is being used. And I have another video on this. It's a TRX push-up. And the other is something called a French press or a skull crusher, depending on what you want to call it. I'm going to demonstrate them first, and then I'll explain them to you, okay? So the first is the chest press or the push-up. Second is the French press or the skull crusher. And the exercise we're going to do, you just lengthen the straps of the TRX a little bit so I don't run into the machine. What we're going to do is we're actually going to do them together. Okay? So here's what that looks like. That's one rep. 2 reps. 3 reps, okay? So first off, the chest press. What it looks like if you were looking at me straight on is this. I'm coming back so that my arms are in line with my chest, inside of my hands at the outside of my shoulder, and when I push out, I'm bringing my hands together. That's because I'm working the pecs mainly, which adduct or pull my arms across my body. The triceps work also to straighten my arms, and my front side deltoid muscles, which do this, are also working to help push me up. Those and other muscles are working, but those are the main ones. On the second one, where I'm doing the skull crusher, it's really mainly the triceps, just straightening my arms, okay? So we're kind of doubling up on the triceps here. It's kind of nasty on the triceps. If you were looking at me straight on for the skull crusher, it would look like this. Up to the top of my forehead, and I'm pushing out. I try not to let my arms flare out, because what might happen then is I might start doing a bit of a chest press, which starts to involve the pecs. Keep my arms rotated in like this. It's really just my triceps doing the straightening as much as possible, okay? So I breathe in and out. In and out. In, out. Okay, so the full motion is, and remember one more thing, when you're doing the skull crusher like this, okay, don't let your arms come down like this, okay? Keep them up high, upper arm is parallel with the ground, don't let them come down, keep them there. Really forces you to work the short and the medial head of the triceps, 2 of them in particular. And there's another exercise, a close grip chest press that we can do on a TRX. It really hits the long head, so I want to focus on the other 2 for this one, okay? So that's it. I also want you to remember while you're doing this exercise, you keep a straight body. You don't sag forward, you don't bend over. Your body's straight. It goes down straight, comes back straight. Core is tight, like someone's going to punch you in the stomach. Chest is expanded, your head's up, okay? So, here's the exercise. One more time, pay close attention to my breathing. You see I'm holding it. My hand goes underneath the straps. The straps are going to be on top of my upper arms. There might be a little bit of rubbing, just something to get used to. I'm going to find an angle that's challenging enough but allows me to do both exercises for the prescribed number of reps. If I want to make it easier, I stand up more. If I want to make it harder, I back up more and I become more parallel to the ground. Okay, so I'm going to choose a middle ground here. Here we go. That's one. That's two. That's three, okay? So remember, breathing in when your arms are coming into your body, out as you push out. Keep those elbows nice and tight on the skull crusher or the French press. Combine the two exercises, great. Your triceps are going to kill the next day and the day after, okay? So there is a TRX chest press to skull crusher.